What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, AKA. I go by Dre, one half of the Afro Hippies podcast. Speaking of that, shout out to my boy Jay Hen. He really got me doing this shit. But just an introduction to me before I start this thing. I'm really a conversationalist, you know what I'm saying? Not just a person who I have to speak during the conversation. I like to listen to conversation. Even now with social media, you know, sometimes you have to read conversation. I'm even cool with that. I'm a reader. I love that too. I love reading people's opinions about subjects, especially when they differentiate. So like you can kind of gauge how people think about things, you know what I'm saying? How people view things different from people, even from yourself. So something I want to talk about is some shit I also seen on social media, on Twitter. Follow me at God's Evil Twin. The conversation this morning, I get up this morning, getting ready for my day and shit, and you know, so I read this conversation, and it was about a girl getting upset with her baby daddy, and I guess maybe her uncle might have said something to him because she got other kids, I guess maybe like 3 or 4 children. You know what I'm saying? Don't quote me on nothing of the specifics because I'm just here for the conversation. But she got maybe 3 or 4 children, and he bought his kids something to eat. So, of course, it's a big deal because he only brought his kids something to eat. Just for the sake of me talking about the conversation, people have opinions like he did what's wrong, he did what's right. And of course, you know, each side go a little deeper per person. It's like, well, he was wrong because he's supposed to make sure, like, you know, as a man or as a human or whoever, whatever, you make sure all kids eat in the crib. And then there were people who were saying he was right because he's not obligated to take care of nobody else's children. You know, things like that. And I just want to get my opinion on the bullshit. I feel as if the nigga did no wrong, regardless of what the situation is. You know what I'm saying? Like, if those kids aren't his, he has no obligation, no necessary, what's the word I'm looking for other than obligation? It's not his responsibility, you know what I'm saying, to make sure those other children eat. Now, what I will say is, it could have been cool, or maybe if your morals say so, it would have been okay or decent of him to maybe get the other children something to eat. You know, but for her to get upset with him, I really think that shows more about her character than him because, okay, first it started off as food. No big deal, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you need to, you know, you don't bring your kid some food and not bring the other kids no food, okay? If you want your kid to eat something specific, then, you know, you come pick your kid up, or if your kid texts you, they hungry, or okay, cool. I can get with that, maybe sort of, kind of, but maybe sometimes always you ain't got time to, you know what I'm saying, come pick them up, take them somewhere. Maybe sometimes you just got enough time to drop something out to them because that's life too. Okay, but cool, we can rock with that. But how deep does it go? Because I also seen, before I give you that example, okay, somebody in the comments was like, well, what if all the other kids ate and not your kid? And I'm like, okay, cool, let's rock with that analogy. Let's say the mother of the house fed all the other kids, but not mine. Then now I feel like I have a reason to be upset because now you're showing my kid he's less than to you. It ain't about what to you in their home. They're less than, okay? Now, if the other kids' fathers brought them some food and they didn't bring my kid any food, I wouldn't care. It's not their responsibility. They have no, you know what I'm saying? The only persons whose job it is to make sure these kids eat are the 2 people who made them, you know? So then I'm like, okay, so you saying that to say like it's the same, but no, I don't have to make sure those other kids eat. But now let's take it a step deeper, because I also seen this, and it kind of relates, it kind of ties in. A father bought his kid some, I think maybe some shoes, and then I think I maybe seen a case of like a video game, or, you know, shit like that. And it was like, don't bring XYZ to my house because my other kids don't have it. See, because now we unraveling a long like ball of yarn that'll never end, because it's like, when can I do? I can't buy my kids shoes because now, okay, school come around, the other fathers aren't participating. I want to get my kids some nice school clothes. They're going to school from your house, but I can't send my kids to school looking better than your kids. Right? Wrong. That's what the other kids have on their feet, on their clothes, you know, on their person. I shouldn't be obligated to dial down my kid based off your relationship with your prior, you know what I'm saying, or your other, I don't want to say prior, but just if you have kids with other people. Because it's simple as, if I had the kids, or if I have kids in my home, we have kids together, I have kids in my home, you have kids in your home, right? If I'm taking care of all my kids the same, you take care of all your kids the same. But my kid that I have with you, I still have to take care of all my kids the same. You know? I have to take care of all my kids the same. Like, I can't, and you have to do the same too. So, but you can't punish me and tell me, or my kid, because what you're doing is you're punishing my kid. Like, you can't have nice shit because your brothers and sisters don't have nice shit. That's whack. If I got kids with you, but if I got a child with you and I also have kids in my home that are mine, you know, and then you send our kid to the house, if the kids in our house don't have tablets, I can't be mad at my kid that I have with you coming over and bringing the tablet. It's theirs. So I'll never be like, hey, don't bring that tablet, you know what I'm saying? Or don't bring your nice pair of tennis shoes, or, you know, like whatever you got over at your house, don't send it over here with them because my other kids don't have it. No, that's not right. That is not right. You're showing the difference. You're making relationships fucked up. But that's just my view. But I like these type of conversations, man. Dig into people's thoughts.